Welcome, Lucy and Nery, to Dumb Bitch HQ.
Hey guys, look what I can do.
You dumb bitch.
Call an ambulance.
Hello, it's a G-Line B-Line, red-eye, gum-eye, can-eye, rat-eye. Oh.
Hi, it's me, Lucy-Furr. How are you going?
I thought you were having a breakdown. I wasn't sure what was happening.
No, it's like one of my favorite videos on the internet. It's this guy, and he's like, hello, it's a G-Line B-Line. Red-eye, rat-eye, gum-eye, can-eye. And it's like a big gummy rat. But he's just like opening it and he's like,
What the fuck?
I don't know. The internet's a fucking cesspool. More on that this episode. But hi, how are you?
I was okay, and then that happened, and now I'm not sure.
I need help.
How are you?
Listen, I'm opening a podcast like that.
Yeah,
So how good am I?
How good am I really?
So what's new? Well, things are all right. Things are okay. What about you?
Yeah, you know, living, breathing,
Living, breathing.
trying to figure out how not to. No, I'm just kidding. That got dark real quick.
Just hold your breath.
You know, apparently you can't. Like, your brain will automatically like start breathing. Like, not your brain doesn't start breathing for you again, but it kicks.
Well,
you
that's
back
why
in.
drowning is quote unquote so horrific. But like in reality, it's probably one of the most peaceful ways to go.
Yeah,
if you
it
just
is.
breathe in, which is against everything you're programmed to do, you just die. Yeah. But wow, what a way to start a podcast.
Welcome
Hi
to You Dumb
everybody.
Bitch.
Welcome to
the brightest podcast you've ever heard.
So what else has been happening? Just breathing and
Yeah.
living and existing.
Trying to figure things out, but
What things?
work things,
Ugh.
personal things.
I
I'll leave it
feel
at that. But
Yeah.
yeah. And how about any new obsessions? It's now Wicked's kind of.
So Wicked's on the back burner until part 2 comes out in November. Thank goodness.
Yeah. When does the? I might be dating us. I might have to cut it. But when does the DVD and Blu-ray come out?
It's out.
Oh, it's out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We should be doing that now, actually. Quit the podcast. We're going.
See you all next week.
Yeah, no. So I'm going to go into my current hyperfixations in this episode, actually.
Oh, okay.
So more on that soon. I have a question for you and the producer and listeners at home. Are you tired
Always.
of the enshittification of the technological era that we found ourselves in?
Yeah.
Look, everything is
Question.
yes.
What's ancient? Whatever was that word?
Enshittification. It's like things are better, quote unquote, but not really.
Okay.
Like streaming services came because there was ads on television. Now streaming services have ads.
Yep.
Clothing. Oh, look, you can get 10 shirts for the price of one because they fucking break. So things are better.
It's kind of like when you hear old people be like, "My fridge lasted 30 years. Now
Yeah.
it doesn't." Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
It's things shitting
That is
itself.
enshittification.
Okay.
Like things.
Built-in obsolescence.
Yes.
Yep.
So I'm a bit over that at the
Yeah.
moment.
Hell yeah. I mean,
So-
look at us. 90% of the time when we're on this podcast, we talk about nostalgia and how much we miss shit.
Yeah. So today I'd like to talk about how hard me in my personal life am fighting to keep a hold of that.
Mm-hmm.
So as we all know, I still own a PS2 and I play it regularly.
Awesome.
I found my old school DS.
Cool.
I'm currently trying to source like an old Game Boy Color because I really want to play those older games.
Nice.
But a few weeks ago, I acquired. That's the word. I acquired a VHS player. Woo!
Nice. The dream.
Honestly, getting rid of my old one like 6 or 7 years ago was one of my biggest
Yeah,
regrets.
same.
But I got one and it came with like 15 videos with it, like good ones.
Cool.
So I was super, super excited that I got it. My housemate helped me set it all up and plug it in. And the video that was in it was Grease.
Good choice.
Yeah, so it was just in there. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll let Grease play through and just make sure everything's all Gucci
Nice.
or dandy.
I mean,
Or
it could be
good.
much worse. It could be Grease too.
It's true. I only just learned that there was a sequel, actually. So that's crazy.
Have you heard the What the fuck is that song? What's that song? Producer the
Reproduction.
yeah.
Reproduction. Can't sing the rest because we'll get flagged.
But yeah, there's a whole song about reproduction. I think they're singing in a classroom and
In
shit.
the second one.
In the
It's
second one.
sex ed.
Oh.
That's right. It's sex ed. It's so.
It's either sex ed or it's biology where they're talking about the reproduction of flowers, but they make it about sex. Pretty sure it's biology and they're talking about flowers.
It's
Because
got.
they say like, make my stamen go berserk.
It's
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got Michelle Pfeiffer in it.
So I'm going to unplug what I was about to start talking about and plug into Grease right now. So I thought I had seen Grease and understood Grease. I didn't know shit about Grease.
Really?
So watching it, I'm like, oh yeah, this and Grease Lightning. I'm so curious to go and watch it on Netflix or something now. I want to know what was cut out between VHS and streaming services.
don't think
Because I'll tell you what, a lot of fucking shit wouldn't fly these days.
That's true.
A lot. And like
Kaneki, did she put up a fight?
Yeah, but that's in the song.
fuck,
They can't
Kaneki?
cut that out.
so there was a few standout moments for me. They're doing the dance thing at the school, which is judged by the
Yep.
local radio
Yep,
host,
yep.
who
He's
is
growling.
late because he's fingering one of the girls under the bleachers. I didn't remember that.
I don't remember that at all.
Isn't he? Yeah, it's Marnie, right?
I don't know any
One
of
of the
their
one of the
names.
pink ladies.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he was finger banging the
No, it was a
the
student.
scarred face. Oh,
A student.
I thought it was. I thought it was finger banging Scarface's missus.
No.
Cha Cha?
Yeah.
No.
He was. I'm pretty sure he was flirting with Marnie the entire time.
Fair.
Yep. And finger banging her under the bleachers. And then they're like, and it's this guy. And he runs out all like
Disheveled.
because he was like
I remember
mid.
that now. Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, that's not appropriate. She's a
Mid-diddle.
child.
yeah. I mean, she's like 30. in real
And she's
life.
writing letters to fucking
And then,
army guys.
yeah. And then half the time I'm like, are we meant to believe that they're 16-year-olds? Because these people look
30.
30. And then there's the part when Rizzo and her partner are in the back of the car getting canoodly.
yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah, and gets his condom out. And he's like, oh, it broke. And she goes, what do you mean it broke? He's like, oh, I got it in the 7th grade.
Damn. Holy shit.
I'm like, bruh, just buy some condoms.
yeah, just
Which is also why later in the movie she's like, I'm like a broken typewriter. And her friend's like, what? And she goes, I missed a period.
Oh, yeah.
Because she thinks she's...
She
The
thinks
whole
she's
teen
pregnant.
pregnancy
That's like the
thing is a whole
yeah,
thing.
That's like a
Yeah.
whole side story.
But I'm like, wait. And then they both sit in the back of the car and he's like, yeah, but like, and he gestures at his crotch and she's like, oh, let's do it. I'm like, these kids are just fucking raw.
Yep.
They're meant to be like 15, 16 or whatever.
Yeah.
Or 16, 17. I don't know. No older than 18.
I think they're
Yeah.
supposed to be graduating that year.
Yeah, so like 17 maybe.
And then Sandra D gets gaslit and bullied into dressing like a hoe.
Yep.
Which kind of hurt.
Okay.
Gaslight girl boss.
I'm Sandra D oozing with virginity.
Yeah, yeah.
Won't go to bed.
Till I'm legally wed.
Yeah. I'm like, wow. Fucking brutal bullying.
My favorite part of the song is Elvis, get your filthy whatever the fuck.
Let me be.
Yeah, that's right.
Keep that pelvis far from me.
I love it.
I was actually in a production of Grease.
That's
so
right, you were too.
You know.
This was my life for a few months.
And then beauty school dropout is like, yeah, you might be pretty, but no one will pay attention to you unless you're a hooker. I'm like, whoa. Frenchie, be nice to Frenchie.
Yeah.
No, it was no customer would come to you unless they were a hooker. Because she's
her
so
makeup,
bad.
she's so bad at doing makeup. Yeah, yeah.
I'm just like, damn, this guy is brutal.
That's why she's a beauty school dropout, because she sucks.
Fair.
Yeah.
That whole sequence though on VHS is literally like she sits there and then a torch turns on for lighting on her and it's like held rickety and she like looks into it and she's squinting because it's so bright in her raw eyeballs. And I'm like, oh, but enough about Greece.
Yeah,
I set up the
we're not doing that
VHS
again.
and my housemate was like, "Oh, did I plug it in wrong? It's so like grainy." I'm like, "Nah,
that's video.
That's it. This is what we're here for."
That's VHS.
And they're like, "Oh,
Did it have the tracking thing where, you know, it
Yeah.
just starts like, it fixes itself? I
And
missed that so much.
honestly, going through and like rewinding and hearing that, I'm like, oh,
I need
like-
to give you my tapes, I think. Because we don't have a VHS.
We're going to be getting one?
Are we?
Fuck yeah, I've been wanting one for ages.
I still remember I had this VHS, right? In my adulthood. I had a VHS. It was VHS and DVD.
yeah.
And I had all these old VHSs from when I was a kid. And I was like, fuck yeah, I get to kind of watch these again. And I tried to put in,
Oh no,
I bought a whole bunch from like a op shop for like 50 cents each as well.
Yeah.
And I put in like Bambi to test it.
Hey.
Fucked. I was like, okay, pull that out, chuck it in the bin. I put in something else. Fucked. Okay, put it in the bin. Something else in the bin. Ages later, I put in something I knew worked. Like, it definitely was fine. Put it in. Wasn't working. I was like, the fuck?
Oh, it was the VHS.
It was the VHS all along.
The VCR,
the
VCR.
The VCR. So I threw out like Bambi and like two other, possibly
no.
more tapes that were perfectly fine
Oof.
because the VHS was broken.
See, dealing
VCR.
with the VHS.
Sorry.
VCR?
VCR is a machine, VHS is the tape.
Oh. So dealing with putting the VHSs in the VCRs.
Don't ask me what any of it stands for. I have no
video.
idea.
Video.
I'm going to Google that shit because I'm the
Alright,
producer. That's my job.
So the I remember as a child one of my videos getting chewed, and that sits with me.
Really?
That sits with me. So I'm
Wow.
like, what would happen if something got chewed and the VHS player breaks?
Yeah.
Because whoa, who's gonna fix it?
No one.
It doesn't exist anymore.
No. Unless, I mean, I imagine there's tutorials out there, but to find a piece that you need to replace, could you imagine how hard that would be?
So hard.
And
All right,
expensive.
what is it,
Yeah.
producer?
So VCR stands for video cassette recorder,
Oh, that makes
Makes sense.
and VHS stands for video home system.
Wait,
Wait.
hold on. So is VHS the player? No,
No,
I'm sure.
VCR is the player,
Okay.
the video cassette recorder.
Yeah.
And the VHS, video home system, a video format that uses magnetic tape cassettes to record and play video.
Yeah, like a cassette. That's one thing I don't miss, actually. Cassettes.
Yeah.
I don't really miss, because I have a record player. I think that's
Fair.
a
Yeah,
good
you
step.
skipped that.
And
Do
I
you
don't
know
really
how
miss
many
CDs
cassettes
either.
broke though? As I
Oh, yeah.
remember so many cassettes becoming spaghetti.
Well, you just wind it with a pencil.
Sometimes it was too fucked. It
Yeah,
was
that's
too
true.
far gone, Nery.
Yeah, fair.
Sometimes you
We
just
had a-
gotta put it in the bin.
We had a bunch of cassette tapes. Like we had like this whole big chunky thing full of them at home. Like we even had a car, our old Toyota Camry CSI.
God damn.
It didn't have. We had it for years and years. It was like maroney colored.
Okay.
Like, it had a cassette player in it, not a CD player.
Oh, well, there you go.
So we would just play cassettes. Like I even had freaking Delta Goodrum and like Nickelback on cassette.
That's
Remember when
crazy.
Delta Goodrum was alive?
Insane.
But overall in all, the graininess, nostalgic as fuck.
Yeah.
All of the weird sounds that it makes. Sometimes it will like flicker to the grey static and then like come back in. I'm like, oh, anyone else would be fucking dying at this.
Kids
but
would
I am
fucking lose their mind.
loving it.
Why isn't it crystal clear? Because that's not how we fucking watch it.
Yep. So, my goal.
How does it look on a big screen TV? That's
Wild.
Because like they're all made
Wild.
for the box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the little teeny TVs.
Yeah,
Or the-
I
or the
was
big-
wondering if that would mess with me a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, it
Like
just
I
looks
imagine
the
it has
same.
like the bars and
Yeah.
stuff for the ratio, but
And then so my friend brought over 2 of her videos of her baby life.
home
oh wow,
video.
Home videos. So we got to see her as a little wrinkly baby. I'm like, damn,
That's
you were
crazy.
fucking ugly as a baby. And then she got cute in the end. And she's like, oh. And we saw her get her baby vaccinations
Oh,
and all
wow.
of that stuff. This doctor picks up this baby, obviously, like, not even an hour after it was born. They just cleaned it up. And, like, makes it walk. He's like, come on, use your legs, walk. I'm like, that's
What
not
the
how
fuck?
babies work. You can't do
Oh my
that.
God.
come on, move out of the house. You're old enough.
But it was
Hey,
really,
Texas,
really
playing
nice to go through that
with them.
with her
Yeah, yeah.
because it's very special for her.
I guess they do it to make sure, like,
Hips and
Yeah,
stuff.
but I think
Yeah.
nowadays they do like little
They do little
workouts
move
and
work.
stuff.
But
They
guess
don't
what?
hold them
She's
up.
got hip issues. So I'm like, no wonder fucking why. We just saw it happen. But
or maybe they knew she was gonna have like hip issues in birth, and they just wanted to see if she could like take weight or something.
maybe.
When was she? What decade was she born?
In the 2000s.
Oh, that case, yeah, it's probably
Oh,
they.
I have no
It's probably
idea.
they knew that she probably would have issues or something, and they were trying to like see how bad it was. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a doctor, so
Do we have to get a doctor on here too now?
I just play one on
Yeah,
TV.
put it on the list, producer. We'll find a doctor.
Damn it.
A good one. Maybe they can write
Maybe
us
we can
up some
speak
good
to,
scripts.
Maybe we speak to someone whose kid has hip problems.
That's
Mom.
what you took from
Wrong kind of hip problems, Nery.
Maybe we can speak to our doctor. He's pretty cool.
But yeah, so it's been a really fun break.
Yeah,
Going back to that.
that's fine.
My goals are to find some Rugrats and Land Before Time videos.
Like the coloured ones?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I want.
Lambie time.
Land
I want
Time.
to buy a VCR, but that's also a DVD because I got a ton of DVDs as well. And DVDs don't play on the PlayStation 5. I think only Blu-rays do.
Yeah.
Or CDs. Something doesn't play on the fucking
Yeah,
thing.
something.
But I want to get a double because I used to have one. That's why I had a
Nice.
VCR and DVD.
That'd be cool.
It'd be good.
Convenient.
Because we got like drawers full of DVDs.
And like, we didn't have. I would have loved to have had my like baby videos and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have that. We didn't have the technology.
Oh,
Not back in the olden
how
days.
do you have them like on a small
We don't
cassette?
have videos of me as a baby.
What the fuck?
It doesn't exist.
She's
We
too
didn't-
old.
We didn't have money.
Fair.
We didn't have the money for these things.
Elderly and poor.
Fuck you.
What a combo.
The only thing that I have is like the mini teeny tiny DVD things from a DVD recorder that my mum got
Oh,
in
yeah.
my later life in high school.
Where are those? Do we have them?
We found them the other day.
Oh, is that
Showcase
those?
one. Yeah, in Showcase. Like
I reckon
And
if
what
we got
plays them?
DVD player.
normal DVD players play it. So normal DVD players, they used to have like the normal DVD size, and then there was that slightly smaller
Yeah.
That's what that
looking
was for.
thing.
Oh,
It was for tiny DVDs.
That's what that's
Because
for.
video recorders went from massive tapes to mini tapes to mini DVDs. And now they're all digital, obviously.
Fifth.
But yeah. But so mini DVDs used to pop them out, and that's where you would record your shit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
There's actually a video on my YouTube channel from one of those DVDs.
From a billion
couple,
years ago.
actually.
love.
That we got ripped somehow. I think my mum had it ripped, or she managed to get a thing to rip it.
Get ripped, bitch. Right. So I've been really struggling with social media lately. Not to bring down the vibes, but you just see fucking shit.
Oh my God,
It's garbage. I got to a point one day where I was doom scrolling Facebook, and I saw one video. I'm like, ugh, and scrolled, and then the next one I went, ugh. And then the third one, I did the same thing. I'm like, what am I doing here? I've been sitting here for an hour and a half scrolling, and the last 3 notable videos have irritated me.
Yeah.
Fuck it. And then I call Andy and had a chat to them. And I'm like, okay, Andy, what do I do? And they're like, you know what? Let's fucking delete it together. Let's do it. Let's delete Facebook once and for all. It was such an ordeal to delete Facebook.
They hide it in like
It's
5
in
menus.
a sub setting. Follow the link. Do
Yeah.
this. Are you sure? Okay, open this mini link. It was an ordeal, and
Yeah.
I can tell you now. After that, I will not get Facebook
No.
back.
It's just I agree.
It's to tie you out. So you're like, oh, I'll just keep it.
I just
Nah,
exactly.
done. But I deleted Facebook over a month ago now.
Nice.
I kept Messenger because I talk to people all over the world.
Yeah, Messenger you can keep. Yeah.
But that's it.
And you run a business, you kind of need it.
Yeah. So I do that. I've kept Instagram for our socials and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was over it. And after I did, the only thing that kind of gave me like little withdrawals was Marketplace. I do love having a squiz,
You know what I saw?
but I don't need it that fucking bad.
You know what I saw? Because I deleted Facebook twice. I've deleted it a few years ago. I brought it back because I was running the Narrow Players Theatre
Yep.
Facebook, and you can only run it if you have your own one.
Yeah.
But the day they said, "Oh, we got someone else running it," because the lady who was the woman who was running it had a baby, and they wanted her to focus on the baby. But when she was like well enough to come back and whatever, I was like, "Cool." I deleted it that day.
Yeah.
Anyway, I brought it back recently just for Marketplace because I wanted to sell some stuff. Mm-hmm. And I sold one of my cameras, and the guy who I sold it to had a profile just for Marketplace. It even says this is strictly for Marketplace.
Wow.
So I think I'm going to do that.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. I think I'm going to, because I still have it active at the moment again, because I just used Marketplace today. But I think I'm going to delete my one and just make another one that is strictly Marketplace. Like the guy doesn't have a picture of himself on there, nothing.
Wow.
His
Okay.
His tag is just
that's clever.
His account is strictly for Marketplace, which at first made me think he was a spot.
Yeah.
But the more we spoke, I realized he's
Just a
legit.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was legit. Like we did the whole
Fair.
transaction.
Nah,
and shit.
okay. That's a way of doing
So
it.
I think I'm going to do that
But yeah, so that was the only thing.
because I'm the same. Every now and then I'll jump on Marketplace, which isn't fucking good either. But every now and then I'll jump on Marketplace and be like, "Oh, this would be cool." Blah blah. But it is also like it is quite addicting. You jump on there and you end up fucking chatting to people trying to buy something that you don't need.
Exactly. But no, I feel better for it and would definitely recommend everyone just leaving Facebook.
I think everyone should just leave social media in general.
Yeah.
I would love to, but I have to get better at social media personally because I have a business I need to promote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only way I can promote myself is through social media.
That's the
Yeah.
shit part,
That is.
honestly. It's garbage.
Well, I was because I'm writing because I'm not doing enough. I'm writing a novel.
Yep.
I finished one and I'm writing another one.
Yay.
Which I'm still trying to read to...
I
Not
wasn't
that
gonna-
it's hard to read. It's
I wasn't
just
gonna
I
say
have
anything.
a very short attention span and a very low battery.
Anyway, and I watch a lot of
Source material.
yeah, so like I watch a lot of like YouTubers, like booktubers and shit. That's what I was looking for. It just wasn't working. A lot of YouTubers and stuff, and there's a lot of them that are querying agents at the moment. A lot of them are saying that a lot of the first questions they're being asked by agents and potential publishers is how many followers do you have on Instagram? How many followers do you have on TikTok?
Yeah.
Who gives a
That's
fuck?
all it's come
But
to.
that's all. That's all
It's
they
like
care
that with
about.
anything though, especially like drag.
Yeah.
Everything is my goal is to be hold on. My goal is to be on RuPaul's Drag Race and I want to have 50 million followers.
Fuck, I know.
But it's just
Do you need a tissue
there's
paper?
so much more
Yeah.
than having 1,000 followers or 10,000 followers. It doesn't fucking matter. And
Doesn't
guess
matter.
what? Have a little squiz in your big popular drag queens followers, and I can guarantee you at least 50%, if not more, of their followers are bots.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
they pay for.
Yeah, it's gross.
Because as
I mean-
big as that number is,
Oh, yeah.
it gets them noticed.
For sure. I mean, we at Dumb Bitch love our followers. Thank you for following us on Instagram.
We love our followers.
This isn't a slide on you at all.
No.
No, please
following
follow us. Give us the follows. We don't want to pay for bots.
And
we can't pay for
And don't forget to give us a good rating and a positive text review. And also, thanks for following. We
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Thank you for following.
Yeah.
And if you don't follow us and you still listen and enjoy our content and haven't given us 5 stars, you should really rethink that.
But also,
Because
we
that's
still
rude.
appreciate you because you're giving us listens.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
And at the
Don't
end of the
be
day, we're
rude.
not doing this for money. We don't do this for work. We do this for funsies.
I mean, it would be nice.
It would be
we
nice.
could do this for work if you help us out.
It would be
more,
nice.
more content. Content?
Yeah,
said
definitely say content.
Content.
You said what you said.
I said what I said. But
yeah.
So
But I
Facebook
agree.
is dead and gone.
Yeah.
I would
What?
love to get rid of it.
Okay.
I mean, the other people on Facebook, I don't mean to be judgmental, but I like older people. My mum's on Facebook.
And the thing with Facebook as well, the last straw for me was I went onto my profile and I'm like, "Ugh, but I have so many friends. And then I looked at it and it's like, you have 400 and something friends. I'm like, I
have
know
too many
10
friends.
people. I talk to 3 people a week.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry, but goodbye.
That was mine too. The second time I left it, No, the first time, because the second time I left it was just because I was using it for theatre. The first time I left it, I was looking at my friends list. It was like 200 and something. And I was like, I haven't spoken to 98% of these people in like 20 years.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about me.
It's tiring. That's why we're all so tired.
Exactly.
Because we're trying to keep in touch with people that, like, before technology, before social media, technology, phones and all that sort of stuff, people would only talk to the people in the general vicinity, in their towns, the people that had their numbers, you know, people that they were close to.
Yeah.
Yes, humans are social animals. Yes, we need socialization and connection, like, at a base level, right? But we don't need to be surrounded by hundreds of people constantly in our lives.
God, no.
And technology and social media have done that to us. We are a performance-based society now.
That's
true.
That's why kids are so depressed. Like, a lot of young people, barely, like, some of them don't go to school. Most of them, I know, have problems eating, have
So
problems
much
interacting.
bullying.
It's gross. Like,
Yeah.
it's like...
there's no escape.
we were lucky enough to grow up, especially in high school, just before it took off. Like,
Just
MySpace
before,
was the thing when I was in high school.
MySpace was brutal though.
Was it?
Your fucking 5 best friends.
that's right.
Imagine having to lay it out like that these days.
Oh,
Everyone would be so offended.
but, I mean, I always kept Tom in my best friends list.
Oh yeah.
Because Tom was
Good
awesome.
old Tom.
Good old Tom. I wonder whatever happened to him. Probably made his millions and fucked off somewhere.
That or he's sitting on his computer like,
Why doesn't
I
anyone
have no
talk
friends
to me
anymore.
Yeah, but could you imagine the size of his monitor? He made bank out
I
of
bet
MySpace.
Tom had a big monitor.
Gross.
He made like, and this was back in the early 2000s. He made like in the high millions for MySpace. Anyway, we're not talking about fucking Tom. But he'd be cool to get on the podcast.
Tom.
Tom, if you're out there,
But not only is it like Instagram, but TikTok is huge. Like
TikTok's
with the kids and stuff.
Nasty, yeah.
Like it is. Like I know everyone gets like the algorithm works, so you get like a certain thing of TikTok. So I probably don't see what like my nephew sees, or I see what even the producer sees and shit. But I
our
can't.
For You pages are pretty similar.
I can't imagine like.
I can't believe you both have TikTok. I bluntly refuse.
I got TikTok at Christmas a few years ago because the producer wanted to show me something. It just wouldn't pop up in their TikTok, and I was like, "Fuck!" I'll just
No, I
create-
didn't have TikTok back then.
Oh, that's right.
Neither of us had TikTok.
Neither of us had it, but you
And
saw
I
it.
saw something on a like a Facebook had like a Facebook video or something came up, and I was trying to find it, couldn't find it, and I was like, I bet you it was a TikTok, and I bet you if I had TikTok, I could find it in 2 seconds flat. But I wasn't gonna download it. He downloaded it. We found it in 2 seconds flat. The video was hilarious.
Yeah, to be fair, it was a great video.
Then we started doom scrolling on his TikTok together in bed constantly. And then I got it because doom scrolling.
I did it for like a week, and I barely touch TikTok. I'll give myself that bit of credit. I don't touch it often, like maybe once a month.
I still touch it way too often, which is a problem, especially because like it gets repetitive and you get like the repetitive sounds stuck in your head, and then my echolalia.
Well, that's how it works. That's how they fucking get you. Hook, line, and stinker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
You say
originally
stinker?
wanted to. I originally wanted to do more on TikTok for my drag,
Yeah.
like do videos, do stuff like
You
that.
still can.
But we moved a couple times, and I fell out of the habit,
Yeah. Fair.
and I haven't been able to pick that habit back up to make my content.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
It's
hard.
exhausting.
And I saw a video the other day on Instagram, and it was this guy, he's like, we live in such a fake world. We fake that we eat healthy stuff. We go to a supermarket and buy what we like to eat, and then whatever we put forward, we like, oh, you bump into someone in the street and they're like, oh, how are you going? And you're like, oh, good. And they're like, oh yeah. I like my kale smoothies. We live in a fake world where everyone's being pretend online, and I think that's freaky.
Yeah.
Nah, I trauma dump. They're like, oh, how you doing? Fucking terrible. I had a shit day. This, that. No, I don't really. Sometimes I do. Depends on who it is.
I watched this video because I watch a lot of videographers and photographers and stuff.
Yeah.
And this guy was saying, like, you know, I just saw someone make a video in front of this wall, and the way they shot like the city, and it's all beautiful and snowing and blah blah. And then there's this graffiti wall, which is supposed to be like, it's a great, like, it's great art and stuff, and they're like dancing in front of it. And he goes, this is what was really behind this wall, and he panned out, and it was like the ghetto.
Damn.
It was fucking crazy. Like
Yeah.
whatever they shot in that
Perspective. It was
city,
all
it
fake.
wasn't that city. And I was like, people are just fake. And he goes, the colors were all because obviously they color grade their shots and whatever. He goes, the city here is like awful. Like it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they make it look like they're having the best life, and they probably live in that city. Which live where you live. You
Yeah.
can't fucking help it. But you know,
It's true.
I wouldn't go to like a certain part of our town and be like, this fucking town is amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't
it's
find the
crazy.
prettiest artwork wall and say this is the best thing and we're in the
Yeah.
best area.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10,
You know.
that's the prettiest thing in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to skitter away from the negativity of it,
But yeah, fuck social media. That's pretty
because this is a safe space, a brain break, as we've been described, I would recommend deleting Facebook
100%.
and deleting TikTok while you're at it.
If you do want Marketplace, do a account.
Yeah,
just for
that's a good
Marketplace.
idea. Just make an account.
They
just
should make
for
an app
Market.
just for Marketplace.
Absolutely.
Like they did with Messenger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they know they would lose a lot of people. On Facebook.
Yeah. See, and I even like bumped over the Gumtree. Gumtree's stupid.
Gumtree's Gumtree.
Gumtree. You got
That's
it
a
right.
different
You got it
website.
right the first time.
Gumtree's nothing there anymore
No.
because everyone's selling on Marketplace.
Yeah. So, what app do you use that hasn't been mentioned? Do you have an app that you use regularly?
Yeah.
What is it?
I use WhatsApp because I have friends overseas and I have family overseas.
And it's the free.
It's free.
Yeah.
But I also hate it because it's just another messenger app. Like it's just another thing I have to
Another
focus
thing to have, another thing to remember,
on. An
another
app I
thing to turn notifications off on.
yeah, exactly. An
I
app
used to
I
have it when my brother was in China, but then now that he's not in China, I don't need it.
yeah. I'm just gonna look through my phone. If the producer or you have an answer, go for it.
Well,
I'm gonna look.
so at this point, fun fact on the topic of digging my claws into the past and nostalgia, I've recently bought myself a dumb phone,
Nice.
as people call it.
Yeah.
So just as you can hear, it's a
It's a flippy.
phone.
It's a flippy
lovely.
phone.
You can't beat it. I've had this. I charged it fully up the first time. I've had it in my bag for the last week and a half, and it's still on 0.5%. Like
Damn.
it hasn't died. I've had it. My goal is to phase my smartphone out,
Yeah.
leave it at home for banking and Spotify,
Yeah.
and that's it. But and then have that with me. If you want me, text or call me.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm not
You can't
reachable.
text or call me.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not close enough.
Yep. So
Although I don't want anyone to call me.
yeah, well, everyone just text me because I'm not going to answer the phone. And if I do answer the phone, I get to
yeah.
hang up.
And if we really need to talk in vocals,
Yeah.
just ask me if you can call me.
Yeah. But on my phone currently, I use Finch.
Okay.
Finch is like a wellness app. It's an organizer. It's so good. If you need some organization in your life, ADHD mess coming straight from my mouth, get Finch. It's not too cluttered. It's not too much information at once. You can put in your usual schedule and it'll just help you with
Yeah.
prompts. It's like a Tamagotchi that helps you
That
with
doesn't
day
die.
to day.
It shit itself.
Okay. We're on the topic of Finch.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've all used Finch.
Yes.
We've all ghosted Finch.
We all have ghosted Finch.
What made you go back? And
That's a good question.
how do we go back to it without ghosting it again?
So, I am not putting the pressure on myself to not ghost it again because it could happen. Because I don't know. Last time I ghosted it, mental health got real bad, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't need you telling me things. Plus,
All the little
that
notifications.
first time, I am like, oh, do you have Finch? And you can connect your buddies.
Yeah.
So I got overwhelmed with, say, I had 6 friends, getting 6 notifications off of them 6 times a day, being like, this person sent you happiness. This person sent you motivation. I'm like, okay.
But you're not helping me or motivating me.
You're doing the opposite. So I deleted it.
Yeah.
This time I've installed Finch. I'm on a 70-day streak.
Nice. Damn.
yep.
Well done.
Because I haven't added anybody.
Good idea.
It's just for me.
I think that's the downfall.
Add
me
to
and my
new
bird.
Finch.
Yeah.
Me and my burb.
Just, yeah. So my little bird's name is Cheese.
Nice.
And I send them out on their little adventure and they come back and tell me something fun. It helps me remember to do things like brush my teeth, have a shower,
Yeah.
do the housework, do some admin. And like some days I'm like, ugh, it's good for pills.
Okay.
To remember to take your pills or pay your bills or
That was always my number one thing on my Finch was take your meds.
yeah.
Drink
And
water.
look, you can't get mad at a Tamagotchi telling you what to do.
No.
It's just a little baby.
So
I think that's the key is not adding friends.
Yeah.
'Cause that's,
Yeah.
I think that was our downfall
That's my
too.
advice.
because the reason I ghosted it was all the notifications. I was like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck
See,
up.
so now it sends me 2 notifications a whole day.
Okay.
So it's the, hey, it's morning time. Are you awake now? And then the, hey, I'm back from my adventure. This
Yeah.
is what I learned. Which is,
That's fine.
that's it.
Oh god, that sounds pretty good actually. Maybe I could delete everybody.
Definitely.
Or just make a new.
Start a new Finch,
Finch.
and just go. Like I said, day 70 and I'm going
Because
strong.
I need something. I do need something like that.
I was actually looking for to-do list things today
Finch.
because I need it.
Just
I-
make a new Finch, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah. I was
Don't
doing
add
so
anybody.
well when I first got it. I really was.
Yeah.
That's my recommendation to everyone. Delete Facebook, download Finch, and get your
And get rid of
life
all
in
your
order.
friends.
And delete all your friends. You don't need them. But on the topic of talking to friends and social media and stuff, last week I had a person reach out to me about our podcast.
Okay.
And in the past, we've both talked and ha-ha'd about struggling to stay in contact with people. And this is it's a real issue.
It really is.
But this person said to me how listening to this podcast has been like being able to socialize with people without having to put anything in. So a lot of the time they'll be listening along and respond to us like they're having a conversation or be like, oh, I hope they talk about this. Like when we've talked about Animal Crossing or video games in the past, they're like, oh, now I'm going to start playing Animal Crossing
Well,
again.
I hope they like Star Wars. 'Cause that's what they got last week.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm glad that we can be that for people.
Yeah, me too. I'm very happy.
And that's really good because I wasn't entirely sure what the podcast would be or become.
I don't think I'm still entirely sure what the podcast
no,
is.
neither. But I'm glad that we can be that brain break for people.
Me too.
If you just need to listen to something and be a bit dumb, it's
Welcome.
fine. This is the place for you. Yeah. We have our moments. But who doesn't?
Sometimes we have guests that are much smarter than us.
Maybe we need to
Or
get
much
dumber
cooler
guests.
than us.
We need to get dumber guests.
Okay, I'll
I
reach out
mean,
to some
I
people.
could look for some. I have known some dumb people in my life.
I just deleted a list of 400 people that I could have asked. But yes, so I think that technology needs to go in the bin. And everyone's kind of like, what do you want a video player for? Or why do you still play the PS2? I'll tell
vibe
you
with that so
why.
hard.
Because all games these days, you need to pay for DLC.
Yeah,
You need
it's
to,
so-
like the newest Dragon Ball Z game. I was so keen for that. I bought it as soon as it came out, $126. Bought it, went home, played it for 3 days, finished the storyline, quote
3 days?
unquote. Yep.
Damn.
And then it's like, oh, if you want to do these extra storylines and
Yo,
get these
$70.
extra characters, it's $86 for
Jesus
the
Christ.
DLC. I'm like, I'm not paying
A full game.
$250 fucking dollars for a
gross.
game. Whereas on the
Yeah.
PS2, you buy the game for $50
And you unlock
go
shit.
home, you put it in, you play that game start to finish, you unlock the stuff as you go, and you can just
You actually felt
do it
Yeah.
over and over and over.
you felt like you were doing stuff
Games were harder
like
back then,
yeah,
too.
that's
Yeah.
it. But you also felt like you were being rewarded
Yep.
for your playthrough. Like
Pay to play. Fuck
I
that.
hate it. I hate
I
it.
am on that topic. So
Yeah.
I am a Switch player. Like I
Yeah.
play a lot of things, but I really enjoy my Switch because it's I can handheld it, I can put it on the TV, so relaxed, so easy, and I love a little cozy game. You
Yeah.
know me and my cozy games.
Who doesn't love a good cozy game?
I'm gonna call out Disney.
That's it. We're cancelled. Fuck.
We are so cancelled.
I'm sorry. No, but because you've mentioned that, I love Disney Dreamlight Valley. It is a safe place. Yes. Is it a little bit glitchy sometimes? Yes. Is it not super perfect sometimes? Yes.
We're gonna get so cancelled.
No. I love it. I am absolutely in love with it. You get to have, basically your friends.
But that
with-
big fat butt you're about to swing this way.
No. So my issue is,
There you go.
Here it comes.
it's what, like 40 something, $50 for the game itself.
Yeah.
First up, unless you get it on a special somehow. That's fine. Whatever. Then they bring out the Sands of Time, I think they called it, or Eternity Isle,
Yeah.
which was an expansion to the game, and that was like another like $30-$40 to get that. Okay, cool. It's been a while. It's kind of like a whole new game of its own. It's like a whole nother storyline and a whole nother area and all that sort of stuff. So that, I guess that's fine. Where you go to get into that little world, there's other docks that are empty. So you know they're going to keep doing this. You know they're going to keep releasing other docks and other storylines. Okay, cool. You're expanding the game. I'm down for that. But like $30, $40, $50 every time. They've released a new one now that I really want because it's Maleficent and Hades. But do I want to spend that money right now? No.
Like every time.
And who
once
can
a year.
afford it though?
It's ridiculous.
Like, I want to play it, but like I've already paid you guys the money for the game. Why are you making me pay this much? Like, I could understand if it was like $15, $20.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. And I know there's a lot of work that goes into these things. But for the quality that you get of the game itself,
Yeah.
it is a bit buggy. It is a bit glitchy.
Yeah, that's gonna want to be a fucking premium game if you're paying that much
I've
money
had it
for
completely crash on me quite a few times
yeah.
in the middle of doing things. And I'm like, I love this to pieces. It's not pay to play, like pay to win. You can definitely play it without paying extra money into it.
Yeah.
You can buy tokens that gets you other cool stuff and skins and stuff, but you can earn those too. Like it's fine. Let me have my little nostalgia without having to fork out like $50
bajillion
every year to get another upgrade to this game.
No, it's
How many
not
games
right.
upgrade constantly? Like Stardew Valley, free updates.
Yeah.
1.6 came out. Awesome. What's another game that's done like free updates and stuff? Like I think Animal Crossing did a whole bunch of free
Yeah,
updates
heaps.
back when. Always bringing in
But
new
that's why
features.
a lot of people are like, "Oh, Lucy, you always just play the same games." Yeah, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, and Animal Crossing
games
and
fucking
Pokemon
slap.
because I've got it and I can play it as many fucking times as I like.
I don't need to pay another. Anyway, but
and
yeah.
look, Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, hard. Well, not
Hard.
exactly Spyro too much, but Crash Bandicoot,
Hard.
fucking hard.
Yeah, fucking makes
so
kids
hard.
cry.
That Aladdin game they brought out in the Sega years and years
Lion
ago.
King, that
And the
was
Lion
wild.
King
That
game.
was they're fucking so difficult.
Yeah, Dark Souls ain't got nothing.
No, Dark Souls.
They're just
See,
ruthless.
but they were Game Boy Color, Game Boy games.
Well, they were Sega games.
Sega,
Sega
yeah.
Mega Drive and
games.
stuff.
That's the one. Yeah.
They are just ruthless. They are not forgiving.
Or probably they were Nintendo first.
I want a Sega.
I would kill to have a Sega.
I miss
again.
my Sega.
Yeah, Nintendo
I
64.
think I've seen this picture.
Let's all go together and get a Sega.
I've seen this picture like a million times, but it's this person. They have like the TV and they got like the console in the middle, but their cabinet is all clear.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's every console.
I've seen it. That's my goals. That's what I want.
Crowbrain wants all the consoles.
And I don't think they'd be too hard to get, to be honest. They probably are, but I don't know.
See, like the conversation before about the video player is, but if it breaks,
Oh yeah, of course.
replacements will be so
True.
expensive.
And you can go emulators on computers and stuff, but you got to
It's
have a
not the
fancy
same,
computer.
yeah.
Like I was trying to play Croc,
Yeah,
and
I really want that game remastered.
I want them to master that so bad. I was playing it on a emulator on my computer, and it's great and all, but like
Yeah.
it's not the same.
See, it's
But it's hard as fuck.
hard as fuck.
Talking about unforgiving games, Croc is a
Oh, yeah.
bitch.
They recently remastered the original trilogy of Tomb Raider that was on
Yeah.
the PS1, and I bought it as soon as it came out because I'm like, it's not new, it's just a remake, like a remaster. Let's go. I'll tell you fucking what, tank controls are just
Oh, controls were dog shit.
fucking so hard. And there's even a mode that you can turn it on so she's got the triangle boobs again. Like they've rounded everything out, but you can turn it
Blocky
back to
boobies.
classic blocky boobies.
If I was to get an original PlayStation, the first game I would get would be Final Fantasy VIII. That was my favorite game.
I never got into the Final Fantasies, which is
That's
weird.
the only one I ever
because-
got into.
Is that the one with the train? No.
I think that's 7.
No.
No.
Final Fantasy 7 was the really
No,
weak one.
they have
big
like a.
sword.
I think there is I think there is a train in it, but it's mainly the story's mainly like they are in like a military car or something. If I remember
Yeah, no,
correctly.
that's not 7. That'd be 8.
Yeah.
I had 7.
Has the train.
I had 7.
All I know
never
is
got
the one I
past
had like
anything,
6
but-
or 7 discs.
They all have 6 or 7.
Oh yeah, they all do. They all do.
Those were the days.
And my mum
It's like,
had this game
this
called, I
game-
think, Riven, and it had so many. I think it was like a mystery puzzle, almost adventure game, and it was like first person. It was really, really fucking hard, and it had so many. Like the case was super thick, and it had so many discs.
And you know what's crazy? You get 4 discs, and you know how much you paid? Like $40.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I
I mean, it was
do you
$40 in the 90s, but
remember
still.
those black PS1 demo discs?
And they used
and
to
it
come
just
in like
has
the
a-
magazine, and
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
a time! You
so,
could live off that for a good while.
Yeah, I had
Like
one
this
of
game's
those.
coming out later this year. Have a try.
Had one of those, and the one game I remembered on it was Tomba, and they've just remade it. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna play the whole thing because you only got to play the first like 5 minutes of
Yeah.
it. I'm like, yeah.
I love
How's
those
this
demo
for an
discs.
old school game though? I play through it, and I play it for probably about 2 to 3 hours. And I'm like, cool, all right, this is pretty freaking hard. I fall, I die, it pops up with game over, and then it goes back to the main menu. I'm like, hold on.
Start.
Oh,
There's no load game. There's you play it till it's finished or you don't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, well, uninstall. I can't wait to never play this again.
Unforgiving, absolutely unforgiving. But that
Yeah, there
was
was no
How
auto
good
save back in
they
the day.
have it.
I miss it. I hate it, but I
Yeah.
miss it because it was just the frustration.
That's
You never
called
finished a
Stockholm
game.
syndrome.
You never finished a game. I never.
This is becoming more nostalgia than technology, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna bring it back to technology.
Yeah, bring it back
a
to
bit.
technology, please.
Bring us back to the enshittification of
So-
technology.
So, over the last few years, obviously AI has kind of reared its ugly head. What are your thoughts?
Pretty head. Sorry, AI overlords.
What are your thoughts?
you
on
want
AI?
my honest
Yeah,
opinion
yeah.
about this?
For sure.
It's always listening. Remember this.
It is always listening. I'm putting me in a position here.
Well, you don't have to if you don't want to. You
I
can
don't
plead the fifth.
agree. I don't fucking like it.
Yeah.
If I see one more fucking AI made movie trailer for something that I'm actually
stand
excited for, I'm gonna fucking flip my nana.
Yeah.
I'm sick of pictures. And this is why everyone is like, oh, I don't know what to believe anymore. Because you don't.
No, you don't.
All of it is fucking AI. Like the other day, I saw a picture of beep these names. Making out in the sunset. I'm like, you know what? Those fucking cunts can go and do that now, and it wouldn't matter because they're like, oh, AI, don't believe everything you see. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
you struck a nerve.
Yeah.
It's and it's also like I hate that I have this opinion, but it's true. It's really fucking with the artist industry as well.
Oh,
art is
100%.
Even though it's not
going to be
perfect.
dead in the
It's-
next 10 years. Art won't exist.
It's not perfect or anything like that, but digital art so hard to do. Like I have always loved to do art and to try and better my skills with digital art and things like that. I have fun doing it, but then there's like it's so easy to just AI generate something, but it steals from other people's art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's really frustrating.
Yeah.
And the fact that it can happen and then people will be like, oh, I want to get a commission for my D&D character and I want it to look like this, this, and this. And they go to an artist and the artist tells them the price. And they're like, oh, that's too much. Like, because they don't understand how much it goes
Oh, God,
into
no.
creating the art.
Absolutely.
Creating this art that AI has learned how to replicate.
Yeah. So what makes you bring that up? Huh?
Oh, just because we're talking about technology,
Oh,
that's like
fair.
the latest.
Yeah,
thing,
no,
you
I
know?
don't approve. And everyone's like, oh, but one day they're gonna look, by 2035, AI is gonna be the president of the world. And I accept that. I'm not happy about it. But also, like,
Humans aren't doing the best
I'm not
job.
going to just roll over about it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good. If you're going to take over, do it well.
Yeah.
At
Do a good
least,
job or
at
don't do it at
least
all.
make a movie trailer of Shrek 12 where they don't have 6 fingers.
Yeah.
That'd be a start.
Fucked eyes.
But to be fair, like they do that. But in the last year, that technology has come along. There's less and less 6 fingers, less and less fucked eyes.
It is because it's learning.
It's learning quick, and it's terrifying.
It is. It
I'm
freaks
not
me
a.
out.
I don't like it, but I mean I've used it for like D&D purposes,
Yeah, I
but
will
I'll
say
never
I've
use
used
it
it for
for.
D&D
I'll
purposes.
never use it for anything.
No.
Like I know, like I've heard from teachers, kids use it for homework and stuff,
Oh.
but like. They used to have a program that could detect it, but AI is getting too intelligent for their programs now.
Yeah. I did a online course a few months ago and they're like, all right, no one used ChatGPT. I'm like, why would you start with that?
I guess
Because now
many
everyone's
people
going
are
to go to
doing it.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, yeah.
I'm like, but like, you're only shooting yourself in the foot.
yeah.
And I've never understood that about cheating either. Like,
No, yeah, you don't learn
if
anything.
you want to be doing this job, why would you cheat
Yeah.
to learn the information?
It's so weird.
And then even worse, if you just go, oh, ChatGPT, tell me how to fix a wound. Copy, paste. You don't know how to fix a
You
wound.
didn't read shit.
AI is not going to be there to patch a wound for you.
Exactly.
Tough nanas.
The only time that I will kind of use it, is if I've written something out. Like I've written a trailer
Yeah.
or I've written a paragraph in a story and I'm like, it feels clunky. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I might let it pop it into an AI to say, how can I kind of fix this a little bit?
Yeah.
And I'll take its advice, but I won't fully copy and paste it. I'll just go, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. Let's do it this way then. But that's the only time that, and as Nery said, I've used it for D&D purposes, but purely never for any kind of financial gain or anything like that, purely just because DMing is hard. Making characters can be hard, and sometimes you just need a quick reference.
That's what I use it for. Yeah.
Am I, if I was going to give a gift of artwork to my friends who are in a D&D campaign, I want to get a picture of all of our characters, I'm not going to use AI for that. I'm going to use an actual artist, or I'm going to do it my fucking self.
Absolutely.
Is it going to cost money? Yeah. Is it all time? Yeah. But it will be worth something.
Yeah. Exactly.
It'll mean more.
Wow, Nery. You fucking kicked the ass. How fucking... Now we've said all this negative stuff. It's going to go up on the interwebs. The AIs are going to hear it and be like, these fucking bitches. They're going to shut their mouth. And then there's going to be a You Dumb Bitch 2 pop up with our voices. And it's going to be like... This is the new You Dumb Bitch. And yeah, they can't. They'll just play the actual gummy video I started this with. And they'll be like, yes, Lucy-Furr.
Then they're never going to be able to replicate us. They don't know how our brains work. No one is ever going to be able to
I
work our
don't
brain
even
like
know.
I
we
think that's
do.
going to sound even.
If we don't know how we're driving this thing, there's no way AI can learn that.
But could you imagine?
If they replicated the podcast.
Yeah, but they could do something we can't. Good socials and get numbers.
That's true.
It's just slandering everybody.
No.
Like it's
Name and
just
shame,
massive
yeah.
bigotry.
Maybe we should start saying some names.
It would be able to pull off a passable replica, I think, in time if it learned, right?
Someone's asked if we would do an AI episode. I said the fuck no.
know.
It would never have the heart. It wouldn't have the connection that we have with our listeners. Never.
Who are these people?
No, but just you said before, the
Yeah.
people that connect with us, they listen and they feel like they're having a
Relatability.
sociable moment with them and they're relating to us. That's something that it could never learn.
Little do they know that ever since episode 15, we haven't actually physically met up. It's just been AI episodes.
We type what we want to say into the AI and just let it go.
We don't even. We just let ChatGPT. That's why so many deviation stations happen. Because ChatGPT is trying to kill itself.
Have you ever seen those videos where people get two different AIs and make them talk to each other?
Yeah.
Fucking wild.
Oh, it
freaks me out.
Scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scary.
So I wouldn't launch the bombs. I'd poison the air and the water supply. I'm like, that's what's happening.
Yeah. All right.
You're freaking me out. You took us on a tangent and I'm scared.
So
Give us some facts.
Before I get to the facts,
Okay.
I'm just going to say one good thing about technology because we have been
let's
shitting
do
on it.
one.
We have been
good
shitting
thing,
on it pretty
boys.
hard.
I feel like we
we haven't had
been.
a dumb bitch story either. Or have we?
The whole thing was
The
a
whole
dump.
thing is just dumb.
One good thing about technology is that it lets us do this. Because
Yeah.
without that, we'd have to be broadcasters. Yeah.
That's true. Imagine if
radio
this
show?
didn't go through 2 layers of editing.
Oh god.
Through 2
just
listens,
out into the
just
world?
straight live raw dog in the air.
We'd be fired. Like
if anyone
the
would
first
have
day.
us unfiltered, my fucking god. Unfiltered us is just. I don't even think we can handle unfiltered us.
Yeah, I edit this
Sometimes.
pretty heavily
I
sometimes.
know, I'm in the room and I'm like, damn. Where's the AI at?
We're in the room where it happens.
But yeah, I like doing this.
That's
so
good. What
that's
about
one
you,
good thing.
producer? What's a positive about technology?
I think there are a few. I think
We
there's
just need one.
I know. I know.
Rapid.
I think as bad as technology is for connection, it's also very good for connection. Like,
That's true.
as Nery said, he can talk to people over the world.
Yeah.
He can reach his family members. I could stay connected with my brother when he lived in China for 3 years.
Yeah,
It is good for that.
it's true.
Does that have its pitfalls? Yes.
Of
But
course.
I think connection.
Connection and unconnection. I love it.
So what about you? Positive thing about technology?
I'm positive that I'm excited about going old school.
There you go. Fair enough.
No, look,
You could say something like dildos.
Jesus, what the fuck?
that's a you thing.
Just say it. Like, you can say
Okay,
anything.
here's a positive about technology. On my new flip phone, I have Snake.
Yeah.
And if you know, great. If you don't, you're too young.
Snake,
Snake is great.
snake rules.
Yes. All right, Nery, you got some fun facts for us?
I do. I think this is the latest facts I've ever made. Like late in the game, in the show, in the episode.
Maybe. How long have we been going?
An hour.
Oh my god,
Jesus
really?
Christ.
Okay, so like last week, I'm doing it this day. Do 2 this day and then 1 different one. So March 19th, 2013, March 19th, water-bearing materials were discovered on Mars by the Curiosity rover.
Oh, interesting. Is that the same rover that sings to itself
No,
every
I think
year on its birthday? It's dead
maybe.
now.
Because that died, didn't it?
It did die.
maybe it is that one. But there's
That's sad.
there's another one now that it was a fly, like it was like a drone, but one of its propellers broke, and now it just sits there, and it's still scanning. It's still scanning its area until it eventually dies.
Why do we personify these things? Why do we like attach to these
Because one day they're going to be found by aliens, and the aliens are going to be very fucking confused. Why are there so many of these things littered around my planet?
Stop.
Humans ruin their planet, now they're ruining mine.
Just quickly, like real quick, what do we think possibility of life on Mars from 1 to 10?
On Mars specifically?
Yeah.
If it's smart enough to avoid the rover, then yeah, I would. Like, if it's intelligent life, it would be smart enough to.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
trick it
what
and
do you
stuff
think
like
the
that.
likelihood is of
Life in the way that we are trying to perceive it, I don't think so. Like intelligent life, like another human race.
Oh,
I
no,
don't think
like
so.
a Martian race.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like humanoid.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think so. But life as in possible plant matter, flora, fauna of some kind.
Well, there's water there, so there has to be
or,
something.
you know, scientific like amoebas and shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely something there. It's just not what
You just don't
we
think
are
it's a
looking
humanoid.
for.
Yeah. What about you?
Bold of you to bring up anything to do with space and planets with me. Oh boy.
Is that something you're into? I didn't know this.
The last time we talked about fucking planets, Nery, I almost tore HQ in half. The fan base was split. Everything was on fire. Everyone screamed.
now we're gonna
It's
get a scientist
that
in.
bad that we have a science teacher coming to talk to me
fair.
about my irregular ways.
But that was more of a conspiracy theory thing than a planet thing, wasn't it? That's how I took it, at least.
oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
We'll talk more about my thoughts on life on Mars when we have a science teacher present.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I just think it's ignorant.
For
to
me,
think
I
we're the
don't
only
think
thing out
so.
there.
I'm like with you. I don't think there's a humanoid life, but there's probably something.
I mean, there's probably humanoid life somewhere else.
Hopefully
But
not.
not specifically Mars, because we would have found it by
We're
now,
all
surely.
alone.
No one
No,
here
I-
beside me.
I am not too arrogant to think that we're alone in this universe.
Okay, so on this day in 1918, daylight savings was enacted for the first time.
Shoot whoever did it.
Yeah, fuck that person.
I knew that was going to get that reaction. I was hoping for.
Daylight savings
Fuck daylight
ruins my
savings.
fucking life. Every single time, my body clock just gets there.
And then
And
you get a
change it.
shot.
And then they change it again. I'm
I
like,
hate
God
it.
damn it. And what's even worse is that half of our country does it and half of our country doesn't.
Yeah,
So,
and there's
yeah.
different parts
Whoever
of the world
did it,
that do it at different times.
fuck
It's so
that
weird.
guy.
Do you
You know
prefer-
it was a man.
It was it was a bill that was passed that enacted it, but I don't know
Yeah,
who
fuck
wrote
Bill.
the bill. Do you prefer like the sun coming up later and setting later, or do you prefer it the other way around?
I don't fucking care as
You
long
just
as I
want to
just
stick-
stuck to
yeah.
one thing.
Yeah.
I prefer the afternoons getting dark. That's
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
But I don't fucking care
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I just pick one.
Just pick one. I agree. I think it's true. Apparently, they do it through the summer because it allows farmers to like cultivate their
and
shit.
even
longer.
farmers have been like, it's not that deep.
But now they got like lights.
And also, they wake up stupid early anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I like having more nighttime, please.
Okay.
All right.
So my final technology-based fact:
Yes.
YouTube was originally created as a dating site.
Love it.
It was actually registered in February 14th with the purpose of being a video dating site. But after a while of no videos being uploaded, it changed to the YouTube we know now with less restrictions, obviously. But
Are you talking like those, like, I
Hi,
imagine
my
it would have
name's
been like
Dave. And
those old 80s VHSs.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love those 80s VHS dating.
I like
videos.
long walks on the park and
You know a lot of those dudes.
And my lifelong dream is to have my own religion.
Yeah, exactly. And you will be my first wife.
oh dear lord.
Those would have been the days. All right,
right.
let's speed it up. We have babbled and rabbled so much, and people want it. So let's get a producerphobia. Boo, 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 boo. What do you got for us, huh?
Okay.
AI-phobia.
No, I don't. So
The producer seems smug about it.
no. What is anatodyphobia?
Anatodyphobia.
Well, a gnat is a little bug.
That's very on the nose.
Yeah, it seems
Anatodyphobia.
Anatodyphobia.
anatomy maybe. No, okay.
Oh, if that's what you want your guest to be, don't
Oh yeah, that's right. We're not.
We're
Sorry,
not fucking playing
Been
as a
few-
team.
It's been a few episodes. I forgot how it works. I'm gonna say it has something to do with being scared of the anatomy.
Okay, you're looking that in.
Where does the dirt come from then, though?
Anatodyphobia.
No, it's not. I'm wrong, but I'll stick with being scared of parts of the anatomy. Maybe the
Okay.
dead. Maybe a corpse. I'm gonna say dead, like a dead anatomy.
Dead
like,
bodies.
Like a dead. Yeah, being
you
scared of a
want to
corpse.
see a dead body?
Hey kid, want to see a dead body?
I'm gonna say something to do with maybe like daytime, nighttime, like the changing from daytime to nighttime.
Like that transitional period.
Yeah,
like dusk or dawn.
one of those. I'm gonna say it's something to do with like light and dark, daytime, nighttime. That's my thing.
Daytime, nighttime.
Daytime.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready for the real answer?
Yes.
It is the fear of ducks watching you.
Fucking fuck.
Ew.
Completely
No,
off
ducks.
base.
Nary ducks.
What the duck?
The duck.
The fear of ducks watching you.
Specifically, them watching.
What
you.
the absolute duck?
Yeah.
What the duck?
How?
That was my producer phobia. Yay!
That's so specific.
Yeah.
Some person's like, oh, the duck is looking at me.
What
Yep.
the
Yep.
What the duck?
I mean, to be fair, ducks are terrifying. And
They
they're
have-
rape.
Rows of, oh my God.
And they have big, curly, spinny, corkscrew wieners.
They got a
Scary.
silly straw for.
And 2 rows of teeth.
Yeah.
Ducks can fuck right off.
You're
Ducks,
gonna-
rocket ship, sun.
Yeah. right there.
We haven't talked about the
Every
rocket
single
ship to the
duck.
sun for a while.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's been another crazy, long, deviated episode.
Yeah.
Almost as deviated as my nose. Ain't it great? Ain't it grand? It's been me, Lucy-Furr, along with Nery
Hi. I'm just kidding.
and our producer.
Thank you for staying with us this whole time.
And if you didn't, good. Now
for
we can
strapping
talk. Now that they've left, we can just talk about it. Now, that one person